Recent insights reveal significant vulnerabilities in the use of synced passkeys, raising concerns for organizations relying on them. As of October 15, 2025, experts emphasize that these credentials, while convenient, expose enterprises to heightened risks. Synced passkeys, which are stored across devices via cloud services, can inherit vulnerabilities from those cloud accounts. Reports suggest that this can lead to unauthorized access and credential theft, particularly through adversary-in-the-middle attacks that exploit weaker authentication methods. Additionally, malicious browser extensions can manipulate these passkeys, further complicating their security. In this video, we'll explore the specific risks associated with synced passkeys, the implications for enterprise security, and the recommended practices for safer authentication methods. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals. As organizations increasingly adopt synced passkeys for authentication, they must grapple with the inherent risks that accompany this convenience. A key vulnerability lies in the fact that these passkeys are dependent on cloud accounts, which can be compromised through account takeovers or recovery abuses. This scenario not only enables unauthorized devices to gain access but also blurs the lines of enterprise security, especially when personal accounts are used on corporate devices. Moreover, attackers are leveraging sophisticated techniques to exploit weaknesses in the authentication process. For instance, adversary-in-the-middle (AITM) attacks can force users into fallback authentication methods, such as SMS or one-time passwords, which are significantly less secure. These methods can be easily intercepted, allowing attackers to capture session credentials and gain unauthorized access. The risks extend beyond account takeovers. Malicious browser extensions pose another serious threat. Research indicates that compromised browsers can hijack WebAuthn requests, manipulate the registration process, and even trigger autofill functions to leak sensitive information. This vulnerability underscores the importance of maintaining a secure browser environment, as attackers can exploit seemingly benign extensions to gain footholds within an organization. To mitigate these risks, experts advocate for a shift towards device-bound passkeys, which offer a more robust security posture. Unlike synced passkeys, device-bound credentials are tied to specific hardware, ensuring that sensitive authentication processes remain secure and localized. By implementing policies that prioritize these stronger authentication methods, organizations can significantly reduce their attack surface and enhance their overall cybersecurity strategy. In light of these vulnerabilities, it is imperative for organizations to re-evaluate their authentication strategies. Emphasizing device-bound solutions, alongside rigorous monitoring of browser extensions and user behaviors, can create a more resilient defense against the evolving landscape of cyber threats. The vulnerabilities associated with synced passkeys extend beyond individual organizations, impacting the broader cybersecurity landscape. These weaknesses create an environment where attackers can exploit the inherent trust placed in cloud services, leading to significant enterprise exposure. When synced passkeys are compromised, the attack surface expands dramatically, particularly as users often mix personal and corporate accounts on the same devices. This blending of environments not only confuses security boundaries but also makes it easier for attackers to gain unauthorized access. Moreover, adversary-in-the-middle (AITM) attacks are particularly concerning. These sophisticated techniques can manipulate authentication processes by forcing users into weaker fallback methods, such as SMS or one-time passwords. Such tactics leverage existing vulnerabilities in the authentication ecosystem, highlighting the dangers of relying on inconsistent browser and operating system support for passkey technologies. The potential for phishing proxies to intercept credentials during these downgrades underscores the urgent need for organizations to rethink their authentication strategies. Compromised browser extensions further complicate the security landscape. Attackers can hijack WebAuthn requests, which allows them to manipulate the registration and sign-in processes. This not only jeopardizes the integrity of passkeys but also exposes sensitive user data, such as login credentials and one-time codes, through simple user interactions with maliciously crafted pages. The risks associated with browser extensions necessitate a more stringent approach to browser security, including the enforcement of extension allow lists and continuous monitoring for suspicious activity. In light of these threats, experts recommend that organizations prioritize device-bound passkeys over synced options. Device-bound credentials offer a more robust security posture, as they are tied to specific hardware and cannot be easily exported or synchronized across devices. This shift not only enhances security but also ensures that enterprises maintain better control over their authentication processes. By adopting hardware-backed solutions and eliminating fallback authentication methods, organizations can significantly reduce their vulnerability to both social engineering attacks and technical exploits. Ultimately, the broader impact of synced passkey vulnerabilities serves as a wake-up call for enterprises. As the cybersecurity landscape evolves, organizations must adapt their authentication strategies to mitigate these risks effectively. The shift toward more secure, device-bound credentials is not just a recommendation. It is becoming a necessity in the face of increasingly sophisticated cyber threats. As organizations navigate the complexities of cybersecurity, the vulnerabilities associated with synced passkeys necessitate a proactive approach to security measures. Given that synced passkeys inherit risks from their cloud-based storage, enterprises must prioritize device-bound alternatives. This shift not only enhances security but also minimizes the attack surface by ensuring that credentials remain tied to specific devices, mitigating risks from unauthorized access through compromised cloud accounts. To effectively strengthen security, organizations should implement strict policies that mandate the use of phishing-resistant authentication methods. This includes the exclusive use of hardware security keys, which provide robust device signals and lifecycle management capabilities. By eliminating fallback authentication methods such as SMS or email codes, organizations can close the door on social engineering tactics that exploit weaker security measures. Monitoring browser extensions is equally crucial. Managed browsers should enforce allow lists, restricting the installation of extensions that could intercept authentication processes. Continuous vigilance in tracking extension usage can help identify potential threats early, as malicious extensions often mimic legitimate user behavior. In terms of enrollment and recovery, high-assurance authenticators should be the cornerstone of any recovery process. Organizations must ensure that no help desk or recovery mechanism can bypass strong authentication controls, which are often targeted by attackers. Capturing attestation metadata during credential registration can further enhance security by ensuring that only recognized devices are granted access. Lastly, adopting a dynamic approach to risk management is essential. Organizations should enforce continuous authentication, where session integrity is regularly assessed against device posture and security status. This ensures that any changes in risk are addressed in real time, rather than relying on a one-time authentication check. By integrating these comprehensive security measures, organizations can significantly bolster their defenses against the evolving landscape of cyber threats. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals.